Meta! The principal inside. She can do. I got movement at to stand by. I can't. Very scared.
slaughter of our clan. You took what was not atoned for your... Your absolves you of your actions. It makes what I do. Bullet can be a magical thing. Now do you have the ball?
Papa!
Look at me.
I'm sorry, honey.
One bullet is to stop. Become the simulated rounds.
He's too strong.
You will always be with. You want to waive the terms. Lean into you.
Good.
Why would they be at the hotel?
Verdammte Scheiße.
The V7.1 to 6 octave faster. The charging handle.
It's a meta.
This is the eye.
Geht hinein, Kinder.
okay.
Ella, how worried I was. Our customs, away from your family, will make you strong.
Chancellor, we got her. She has her.
You know, I met your not a very the roles that we don't play. Well, it does. If you've come someday, all of
Your own son?
this is what lives. Would you not like?
I had a family. My father. And tried to.
What is it?
She's here because she's your sister. God's sake!
We both were. Why did it take you? I'd already taken. We are who we are.
Killed my
Price. Home as he would with anyone. Very proud.
You gave me a choice. I chose
For you.
eyes.
Inside with Lena, sir. Sir. Poet.
Told us you were dead.
Move in. Right here.
This isn't.
We have a problem. You, that a member of your tribe,
For a war.
not is of no interest to me. The end of your tribe. Her off.
I could not call her off. Problem. Yes, you must also
Breathed. Retaliation.
taken care of.
Madame, she...
Until the bell. Anyone who feels compelled. Wolf. Twit.
That's
To leave.
still is. Don't. Just leave. If it isn't done, and
on the attack.
Call to hunt. once and you destroy.
In the interest of Hotstad,
100 years, no lead.
I understand.
Do you? Is going to change, be raised, and the system, just like your sister was, it is the person you're fighting is.
Today, we're diving headfirst into the high-octane world from the world of John Wick, Ballerina 2025, starring the absolutely fierce Ana de Armas as Rooney. If you thought the John Wick universe couldn't get any more stylishly brutal, buckle up, because this spin-off is about to prove you delightfully wrong. We kick off not with a bang, but with a pirouette as Rooney, our titular ballerina, glides across a grand stage, her movements poetry in motion. But don't let the delicate facade fool you. Every elegant twirl and forceful ply hints at the lethal grace she truly possesses. This isn't just a dance, it's a prelude to mayhem, a silent promise of pain to come for anyone who crosses her. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. Our tranquility is shattered faster than a villain's jawline in a Wick film. Rooney receives a phone call, and you can practically hear the subtle shift in the air, the kind of silence that screams something terrible has just happened. The news hits her like a truckload of bad intentions. Her entire adoptive family, the very people who trained her in the deadly arts, have been brutally murdered. The scene shifts to their countryside manor, a place that once felt like a sanctuary, now a landscape of carnage. The camera follows Rooney as she races through the home, the echo of her frantic footsteps a stark contrast to the deafening silence left by the massacre. We see glimpses of overturned furniture, broken glass, and the chilling aftermath of a truly professional hit. The air practically crackles with the cold, sterile efficiency of the attack. You don't need to be a detective to know these weren't amateurs. They left a message, alright, and it's written in blood and shattered dreams. The palpable grief on Rooney's face is quickly replaced by an icy resolve. This isn't just a loss, it's a declaration of war, a personal affront that demands a very specific kind of retribution. The quiet sorrow is quickly turning into a simmering fury, a silent promise that someone, somewhere, is about to have a very, very bad day. Revenge, as they say, is a dish best served meticulously. Rooney transforms from grieving protege into a calculating, cold-blooded detective, turning a wall in her now chillingly silent apartment into a web of vengeance. Think less pretty string lights, more murderboard of doom. She pours over. Grainy photographs, cryptic notes, and maps, each piece a breadcrumb leading her closer to the culprits. The rustle of paper, the click of a pen, the soft thud of a new photo pinned to the corkboard. Every sound is precise, deliberate. It's like she's reverse engineering a conspiracy, and she's got all the tools. Once her targets are identified, the scene shifts gears into a montage of grim preparation. The metallic click of a silenced pistol being assembled, the smooth whisper of a blade being honed, the satisfying thwack as a throwing knife embeds itself perfectly into a target. We hear the careful clinking of specialized gear being packed into a custom case, a ballet dancer's elegant bag, now repurposed for lethal endeavors. It's a masterclass in don't mess with a professional, showing us she's not just angry. She's incredibly dangerous and utterly prepared for the storm she's about to unleash. Her movements are economical, every action precise, the muscle memory of years of training kicking in. You can almost feel the cold steel of the weapons she handles, the weight of the mission settling onto her shoulders. First stop on the Revenge tour, a gleaming, soulless corporate high-rise, undoubtedly housing someone who made a very poor life choice by crossing Rooney. She infiltrates the building with the silent grace of a ghost, a stark contrast to the loud, obnoxious security alarms that are about to regret their existence. The first few encounters are pure close-quarters ballet, if ballet involved snapping bones and creative use of office supplies. We hear the muffled thuds of her fists connecting, the grunts of surprised guards, and the sharp crack of elbows and knees finding their intended targets. It's not flashy, it's efficient, a methodical dismantling of human obstacles. The metallic whisper of a knife sliding into a sheath after a quick, decisive strike. There's a moment where she uses a security guard's own arm to shatter a reinforced window, the glass exploding outwards with a deafening shatter, a clear signal that the party has officially started. The combat is relentless, the confined spaces amplifying the brutality. Every punch lands with a wet thwunk, every takedown is accompanied by a muffled groan. She moves like liquid death, turning hallways and cubicles into her personal dojo of destruction. No wasted movements, just pure, distilled vengeance in every precise strike. Our heroine isn't one for subtle hints, so her next target finds himself enjoying a lovely day in a bustling, vibrant marketplace, completely oblivious that doom, in the form of a highly skilled ballerina, is rapidly approaching. The scene starts with the ambient hubbub of vendors hawking their wares, the aroma of street food, and then a single, sharp whistle from Rooney, the target's head snaps up, and then the chaos erupts. The first crack of a gunshot sends pigeons scattering with a frantic flapping of wings, and suddenly, the marketplace is a blur of terrified shouts and overturned stalls. Rooney moves like a predator, weaving through the panicked crowd, her movements surprisingly fluid amidst the pandemonium. We hear the sharp ping of bullets ricocheting off metal, the heavy thud of bodies hitting the ground, and the distinctive clack-clack-clack of automatic fire. At one point, she slides under a wooden market stall, the splinters flying as bullets tear through the wood above her. The intense whiz of near misses almost audible. The air fills with the acrid scent of gunpowder and burning exhaust. She's not just shooting, she's using the environment, flipping tables for cover, vaulting over carts, and even using a discarded bicycle as an improvised projectile. It's a symphony of destruction, a relentless pursuit where every vendor's display becomes a potential weapon or obstacle. The target, clearly out of his depth, is just trying to escape the wrath he unleashed after that lively trip to the marketplace. Rooney needs answers, and where else do you go for answers in this world but a clandestine hotel? It's not the Continental, but it definitely has that you don't ask, we don't tell, just pay up vibe. The heavy, ornate doors close behind her with a soft thump, muffling the outside world. The lobby is dimly lit, a haven of hushed whispers and the soft clinking of ice in glasses. She approaches the reception desk, where a stoic, impeccably dressed concierge greets her with an almost imperceptible nod. The tension in the air is palpable, thicker than a freshly brewed espresso. No words are exchanged, just a silent knowing. Glance, Rooney slides a single, gold coin onto the polished mahogany desk. The soft clink it makes against the wood is surprisingly loud in the silence, a universal currency in this shadowy underworld. The concierge's eyes, which were previously impassive, widen just a fraction, acknowledging the weight and meaning of the transaction. A brief, almost imperceptible nod from Rooney, a subtle inclination of the head from the concierge, and suddenly, a large, leather-bound book is produced. The rustle of its pages, the soft scratch of a pen, as information is discreetly exchanged. It's a masterclass in nonverbal communication, a dance of power and knowledge between two individuals who understand the rules of the game. It's like they're having an entire conversation without uttering a single syllable. Truly a masterclass in keeping secrets. Asterisk information acquired. It's time to crash another party, and this time, it's an underground fight club. Because where else would a John Wick adjacent character go for information but a place where people regularly punch each other for fun and profit? The bass from the thumping music vibrates through the floor, the air thick with sweat, cheap beer, and the raw energy of a crowd hungry for violence. The thud of fists on flesh, the roar of the crowd, the clang of the bell signaling a new round. It's a sensory overload. Rooney doesn't bother with the VIP entrance, she enters like a force of nature. She spots her next target amidst the chaos and, with zero hesitation, uses the environment to her advantage. The first guy she engages with goes down with a sickening crack, his head bouncing off a steel beam. Then, with a grunt of exertion, she hoists another unsuspecting brute and, with a powerful heave, throws him directly into the main fight ring, disrupting a live match. The crowd's cheers turn to confused shouts, and then to delighted roars as a new, more interesting fight breaks out. Punches land with heavy smacks, bones groan under pressure, and the metallic tang of blood fills the air. It's a brutal, chaotic ballet where Rooney's moves, though lethal, still retain an almost disturbing elegance amidst the savagery. She's a whirlwind of calculated strikes and evasive maneuvers, turning the raw, untamed aggression of her opponents against them. Just when you thought Rooney was having a relatively quiet night, for her, at least, she finds herself in the least quiet place possible, a multi-level parking garage, now swarming with assassins. The echo of footsteps and hushed whispers bounce off the concrete walls, growing louder, more menacing. Then, the piercing squeal of tires announces their arrival. This isn't just a handful of guys, it's a small army. The air becomes thick with the rat-a-tat-tat of automatic gunfire, the thump-thump of her body armor taking hits, and the deafening roar of car engines. Rooney uses the cars themselves as cover, leaping over hoods, sliding under chassis, the screech of metal on metal as bullets chew through the vehicles around her. She has a few tricks up her sleeve, of course. At one point, with a quick press of a button, a remote explosive she'd cleverly planted earlier detonates, sending a car flipping through the air with a massive boom, showering the garage with debris and fire. The scene is a symphony of destruction, the clang of spent casings hitting the concrete, the shattering of windshields, the sickening thud of bodies hitting the ground, punctuated by the occasional scream. She uses the tight corridors and ramps to her advantage, turning the entire garage into a lethal maze. Every corner, every column, every parked car is a potential ambush or a strategic point. It's a relentless, high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Only the mouse is a highly trained assassin with a penchant for blowing things up. After that explosive ballet in the parking garage, Rooney retreats to a grimly functional safe house, the Adrenaline starts to fade, leaving behind the throbbing ache of wounds and the quiet burden of her mission. The only sounds are the soft snip of scissors cutting medical tape, the gentle rustle of bandages, and the faint hiss of disinfectant. She meticulously cleans and stitches a nasty gash on her arm, a grimace barely twitching her lips, a painful reminder that even the best ballet dancers get boo-boos. As she works, we get a brief, almost dreamlike flashback, a younger Rooney, perhaps still in rigorous training at the ballet academy, the harsh discipline, the demanding instructors, and the fleeting moments of camaraderie with her fallen family. The sounds shift to the rhythmic tap-tap-tap of ballet shoes on a studio floor, the stern yet loving voice of her mentor. It's a stark contrast to her current reality, a poignant reminder of what she's lost and why she's fighting. The melancholy silence of the present is punctuated by the soft sigh she lets out, a rare moment of vulnerability amidst the relentless violence. It's a quiet, reflective beat, allowing both her and us to catch our breath before the inevitable next wave of mayhem. You almost feel bad for her ... almost. She knows what she signed up for, after all, refreshed, as much as a super assassin can be. Rooney sets her sights on a sprawling industrial complex under the cloak of night. This isn't your average warehouse, it's a fortress, a veritable laser grid and tripwire theme park designed to keep uninvited guests out. Good luck with that, guys. The only sounds are the low hum of distant machinery and the soft whoosh of her coat as she moves. She glides through the darkness, her silhouette barely visible, the rhythmic thump-thump of her heart the only personal sound. She encounters the first laser grid, a crisscrossing network of red light. Instead of breaking it, she uses her ballerina training, contorting her body with an almost impossible flexibility, sliding under and through the beams like a liquid shadow. The faint click of a tripwire being expertly disarmed is barely audible. When guards appear, they're dispatched with brutal efficiency and terrifying silence. A hand covers a mouth, a quick snap of a neck, a muffled thud as a body is gently lowered to the ground. No alarms, no fuss, just silent, deadly execution. She's a phantom in the night, the perfect blend of grace and lethal precision, navigating the complex security measures with an almost arrogant ease. It's a testament to her unique skill set, combining the delicate art of ballet with the brutal reality of an assassin's life. Who knew plies could be so deadly? Deep within the industrial complex, Rooney finally corners her mid-level target. A smug, overly confident individual who clearly watched many villain movies. He's surrounded by gaudy Art Deco furnishings, which are about to become very expensive projectile weapons. The air crackles with anticipation, the silence punctuated only by the soft creak of Rooney's leather and the villain's arrogant chuckle. Then the first move, it's a blur of motion, a dance of death. The whoosh of a blade, the clang as Rooney blocks it with a decorative statue, which promptly shatters with a satisfying crash, sending ceramic shards flying. The fight is a whirlwind of precise strikes, blocks, and counterattacks, each movement flowing into the next with brutal elegance. We hear the heavy thud of bodies hitting polished floors, the sharp snap of bones under pressure, and the desperate grunts of the villain as he realizes he's severely outmatched. Rooney uses everything around her. A heavy desk is flipped. A lamp becomes a makeshift bludgeon, the opulent room becoming a stage for her lethal performance. It's a true one-on-one showdown, an opportunity to showcase her unparalleled combat skills without the distraction of multiple enemies. The villain's desperate attempts to escape are met with a cold, calculating efficiency, each blow delivered with the force of accumulated grief and rage. The sound of his final, ragged gasp is almost swallowed by the ambient hum of the facility, a quiet, fitting end for someone who underestimated a ballerina just when Rooney thought she had the puzzle. Pieces aligned, the movie delivers a sucker punch. Accessing the villain's data, she stumbles upon a chilling revelation. The conspiracy runs deeper than simple revenge, involving a betrayal from within, someone she knew or even trusted. The soft beeping of a computer, the gentle whir of a heart, drive, then a sudden, sharp gasp from Rooney as a familiar face appears on a decrypted security monitor. Her eyes, usually so sharp and focused, are wide with disbelief, the initial fury replaced by a profound sense of hurt and betrayal. It's the sound of a heart shattering, not with a dramatic crash, but with a quiet, internal crumble. The air feels heavy, suffocating. The revelation hits her with the force of 1,000 punches, leaving her momentarily stunned. The clatter of a dropped weapon echoes in the sudden, desolate silence of the room. This isn't just about vengeance anymore. It's about untangling a web of deceit that reaches into her own past, tainting even the memories of her family. It adds a layer of raw, emotional pain to her already brutal mission, making the path forward even more treacherous. The betrayal is a bitter pill, one that makes her clench her jaw, the sound of her teeth grinding almost audible in the tense quiet. Betrayal, it's a powerful motivator, and for Rooney, it translates into pure, unadulterated vehicular mayhem. Her despair quickly morphs into a cold, furious determination as she roars onto the city streets in a sleek, powerful car, chasing down the next link in the chain. The scream of the engine, the aggressive honk of horns, the furious screech of tires on asphalt as she navigates through traffic like a guided missile. This isn't just a chase, it's a mobile demolition derby. The thud of her car ramming into an enemy vehicle, the sharp crunch of crumpling metal, the shatter of windows. Bullets ping off her reinforced windshield, their impact sounding like angry bees. At one point, with a perfectly executed pit maneuver, she sends an enemy car spinning wildly across multiple lanes, culminating in a deafening smash as it collides with a street lamp, showering sparks and debris. The air is thick with the scent of burning rubber and exhaust fumes. She's weaving through traffic, using every available space, ignoring all rules of the road. It's a visceral, high-octane sequence, highlighting her exceptional driving skills and her absolute disregard for property damage when vengeance calls. The city itself seems to hold its breath as she carves a path of destruction, a symphony of chaos conducted by a ballerina with the lead foot. All roads of vengeance lead to the big boss's house, and in this case, it's a sprawling, ridiculously opulent mansion clearly designed for someone with too much money and an overinflated sense of security. The high walls loom, bristling with cameras and hidden turrets, looking less like a home and more like a Bond villain's vacation spot. The only sound is the gentle whir of hidden sensors and the soft rustle of leaves in the night wind. Rooney approaches with a chilling calm, her previous fury now honed into laser-sharp focus. She doesn't bother with the front door, obviously. With effortless grace, she scales the mansion's ornate, wrought iron gate, her specialized boots finding. Purchased in the intricate designs, a testament to her unique combination of strength and agility, she lands silently on the other side, barely disturbing a pebble. The initial guards are dispatched with almost surgical precision, their surprised gasps cut short by the swift thwack of a silenced blow. Security lasers crisscross the lawn like an invisible net, but Rooney moves through them with the fluidity of water, her body bending and twisting in ways that defy human anatomy. It's the final exam, and she's acing it, leaving a trail of unconscious, or worse, elite guards in her wake. You can almost hear the silent alarm bells ringing in the villain's office, a signal that his well-guarded sanctuary is about to become a very messy crime scene. Welcome to the grand finale, folks, where Rooney takes her ballet of vengeance to the main stage, the mansion's interior. Every opulent room becomes a new arena, every wave of assassins a new act. She leaps from a grand staircase, landing silently. In a low combat pose, the faint thud of her boots the only sound before the storm. The first wave crashes into her like a tsunami, a blur of fists, blades, and gunfire. The metallic clang of a sword against her improvised shield, the sharp snap of a bone, the furious grunts of multiple attackers. She moves from the ballroom, where crystal chandeliers shatter with a deafening crash as she uses them to swing and kick, to a library filled with priceless tomes, where books become bludgeons and shelves become obstacles. The sounds are a cacophony of destruction, the rhythmic thump of her powerful kicks, the wet smack of her punches, the dull thud of bodies hitting expensive marble. She adapts her style to each new opponent, flowing from brutal, close quarters, grappling to swift, precise weapon work. You hear the sharp whistle of throwing knives, the heavy clunk of a body falling from a balcony. It's a relentless, beautifully choreographed massacre, a one-woman army tearing through an entire organization with the furious grace of a ballerina on a mission. Finally, we reach the piece de resistance, the ultimate showdown between Rooney and the mastermind behind her family's demise. The setting is suitably dramatic, perhaps a hidden, almost ritualistic chamber within the mansion, bathed in a low, unsettling light. The air hangs heavy with tension, the sounds of the earlier battle fading into an eerie silence, broken only by their heavy breathing. The antagonist, surprisingly formidable, proves to be a true challenge, having probably skipped their personal training session for years. Their first exchange is less a fight and more a clash of titans, each blow carrying the weight of their respective motivations, the metallic clink of their weapons meeting, the ragged gasp of effort from Rooney, the snarls of frustration from her opponent. Rooney unleashes a powerful, precise kick, the whoosh of air displacement audible before the heavy thwack as it connects solidly with the antagonist's chest, sending them stumbling backward. The battle is brutal, raw, and deeply personal. Every punch, every block, every desperate struggle for dominance is infused with the emotional stakes of the entire film. There are no wasted movements, just pure, distilled combat. It's not just about winning. It's about exacting a righteous fury that has simmered for the entire movie, leading to the satisfying thud of the antagonist finally hitting the ground. Their reign of terror definitively over. The battle is over. Silence descends on the mansion, broken only by the crackle of distant embers and Rooney's ragged breathing. She surveys the destruction, a landscape of shattered opulence and defeated enemies, her body aching, but her spirit, perhaps finally at peace. The quiet drip-drip of a leaky pipe, the faint sigh of wind through broken windows are the only sounds. She pauses for a moment, a rare flicker of something other than fierce determination crossing her face, a mix of exhaustion and quiet triumph. The first faint rays of dawn begin to filter through the broken walls, painting the scene in hues of orange and gray, symbolizing the end of one night and the beginning of a new, uncertain day. She turns and walks away from the ruin, her footsteps echoing softly through the devastation, each step deliberate. There's a subtle whoosh as she pushes open a damaged door and steps out into the crisp morning air. Her mission is complete, but the John Wick universe rarely grants its denizens true peace. As she disappears into the emerging light, her silhouette merging with the new day, we're left to wonder what new dances of death await our formidable ballerina. Will she find solace, or will the shadows of this world continue to call her name? Only time and perhaps another spin-off will tell. It's been an absolute whirlwind watching Rooney carve her path through this brutal world, proving that grace and lethal skill are indeed a deadly combination. Before you sign off, please hit that like button and consider subscribing if you enjoyed this recap. Your support means the world and helps me keep bringing these recaps to you. Stay safe out there, and remember, don't mess with ballerinas, seriously. Just don't. Until next time, keep watching those incredible action sequences.